Summit Preparatory Charter High School, the founding Summit School, is located in East Redwood City. Last year, 100% of prep students were enrolled in a four-year college. Here is what the assistant director, teachers, mentors, and students believe helped achieve this.
My name is Sasha Predis. I'm a senior here at Summit, and I've been coming here for 4 years.
My name is Rob Wiles. I've been at Summit since 9th grade, and I'm a senior here this year.
My name is Nathan. I've been here at Summit for my 4 years of high school. I'm a current senior.
I'm Tor. I've been at Summit for 2 years, and I am a senior.
I'm Rhea. I've been at Summit for 2 years, and I'm also a senior.
My name is Dr. Merrick. This is my second year working at Summit. I teach 11th grade chemistry, and I'm a 12th grade mentor.
My name is Profe Byron Hoy, or Hoy. I am the Spanish teacher for AP Spanish and for Spanish 2. And this is my third year working for Summit. And third year with now a senior mentor group that I inherited when they were little sophomores.
So what do you think Summit did best to prepare you for college?
I think it really kind of pushes you in the direction of just applying for college and letting you know like everything that goes into applying for college and what to expect from college.
Summit really taught me how to think instead of just drilling down tons of content. I feel like I've actually been able to figure out the best ways for me to learn, regardless of what that content is.
I think they just really drive home AP tests. You're paying for 2 of my AP tests for all students, really.
The teachers, they really want you to succeed. In comparison, you can see the difference here, and it's they want you to go to college. They want you to do well in school.
Well, I think that in most traditional high schools, what students see is a teacher at the front of the room. They take notes, they take tests, which is stuff that happens in college, but I think that what Summit does that's different is actually teaching students how to learn for themselves, which is definitely a skill that students need in college.
What will be the most difficult part of adjusting to college?
Well, I'll be going to Duke next year, and that's in North Carolina, so that's going to be definitely kind of a new environment that I'll be in. Academically, I'm not really worried. It's just, it's a big change living away from home, which is going to be kind of present its own set of challenges, but I'm also really looking forward to it.
Most difficult part is dealing with concrete deadlines. I feel like Summit's a little soft in that respect, and deadlines are a little too rolling, where you can even not do things until April and come out okay.
I think just the workload. I have an older sister who went to Summit and she got into college, and she just said the workload is really, it's a big step from Summit, since at Summit we don't really get homework.
So one thing that our students come back from college and say is that they weren't necessarily prepared to sit through the 2-hour lectures and take notes and then be prepared for their entire assessment to come from just a midterm, and a final exam, or just a term paper they have to write. I think if we started replicating more of the seminars that would happen in college into our AP classes, I think then when our seniors graduated, they would be a little bit more prepared for that experience.
Do you think that Summit has effectively prepared you for college? How or how not?
I think so, yeah, because of the projects, and I think it's a lot of independent learning, PLT and stuff. So it's a lot of self-motivation too.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of things Summit does right with PLT, and a lot of self-motivated learning, where that's really part of college lifestyle, is just reading out of a textbook, taking notes, all that stuff.
In the terms of being able to manage my time and practicing that, yes. Not on how to take a test, because that's something we don't see except with content assessment. But again, it's totally different than a midterm.
I think in some ways yes, in some ways no, because it is such a small school. I think getting adjusted to a big school would be pretty difficult. Again, with the workload would be pretty difficult. I think I don't think anybody's really ever ready for college, especially at such a young age. But I do think it really tries its best to prepare you.
I think they have gotten much more independent, even though I've only been with my mentor group for a year and a half. When I first started with them, they very much wanted me to hold their hand through content assessments and do lots of workshops, but I've seen them be able to handle content assessments and projects much more independently.
How do you think your students will adjust to college?
I think there's definitely going to be an adjustment period. I think that one thing that Summit does is not have strict deadlines. I think that's probably going to be a rude awakening for some of my students, knowing that they aren't necessarily going to get a second chance if they hand something in late.
How did you find college readiness helpful?
College readiness, well, it was, for me, I was involved in a program, which was kind of like college readiness. So for me, it was more like going over the information that I had already learned and just being able to exercise those practices to learn about colleges and going over the basics.
I actually did not sit in the college readiness class. Goes to the class they called it, so I did the projects on my own and stuff, and then talked to the teacher because I was doing an internship. But I think it helped me be able to kind of narrow my search for colleges, and then also it was just a nice resource to be able to have that teacher to kind of run ideas past for essays and that kind of stuff.
I think it made us aware of what kind of college you'd want to go to.
It just really taught you the nitty gritty of how does scholarships work and how does applying work. What do you even want to do after college?
How has your mentor prepared or helped you for college?
My mentor, she pushes me a lot to apply for scholarships and to do, make sure I'm on track with everything.
Just as a person with an IEP, and I've had to struggle with various mental challenges, and I feel my mentor has just really been there for me and just emotionally supportive, and when he checks in with me, he really cares.
I think my mentors kind of helped me get my thoughts into a more succinct set almost. It sounds weird, but for my essays, for my extracurriculars, putting them down in college application, he's kind of helped me be able to funnel that into more
What will you take away from your time at Summit after graduation?
I think I'll take away that although sometimes you're gonna get challenges, maybe you have a different way of viewing something with someone in a project or maybe even a teacher, that everyone's ideas do have value.
I think I'll take away just the connections I built with the faculty here. They do help a lot and they know everybody's name, and I think when I go to a big school, I'm just kind of gonna remember everybody cares about me at this school.
I guess project-based, because I think we can apply that and the skills we learn, critical thinking and stuff.
I'll probably just take away that I had just a really unique high school experience, when people are just oh my god, I had finals, oh I didn't because I was at this experimental school where we don't really do that.
What I would love to see Summit students across the board graduate with is the mindset that's called the growth mindset, where they've dropped the motto that you hear at Summit often, which is the teachers don't teach, and they've actually incorporated the idea of being able to do self-directed learning.
I hope that they look back on it fondly and realize that they didn't have a traditional high school education, and hopefully they feel that helped them be people that are independent learners and lifelong learners as a result.